The following program is a production of HEW Entertainment, heard on the official website of HEW Entertainment.
It's that time once again for HEW Entertainment Radio.
And that's all I got to say about that.
Hosted by Jonathan Clarke.
The beat! The man! You gotta beat the man! Woo!
Be sure to join us in the live chat room during the show.
Hulkamania is running wild like it's never ran before.
Call us on one of our request lines. If you live in the United States, call us at 1-641-985-7800, box number 3729288. If you're from Canada and would like to call us from 1-647-724-4194, box number 3729288. Long distance charges may apply in some areas.
I've been the world heavyweight champion 10 times.
Or you can always drop us a line at MySpace, myspace.com/HEW Entertainment.
And you will rest in peace.
Emailing us works for you too. Email us hewwrestling@hotmail.com.
I am a wrestling god. JBL.
And now, without any further ado, here is your host of HEW Entertainment Radio on the official website of HEW Entertainment, Jonathan Clarke.
The champ is here.
Now streaming live on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. Streaming live on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. HEW Entertainment Radio is inviting you to comment on our video blogs, join the conversation, and like us. Comment on our video blogs, join the conversation, and like us. So what are you waiting for? Log on and listen now. If you were to come up to me as a fan of this radio show and say, Jonathan, what's one word to describe the coverage the royal family has been subjected to over the past couple of days ever since the birth of their child, George Alexander Louis, my response to you as the host of this radio show would be unprofessional, because how do you go from covering one event a little over a year ago so professionally, the wedding of Kate Middleton and Prince William, to covering one event which is just a little over a year apart from their wedding so negatively? We have seen more negative publicity on the birth of their child than we have seen from anything else surrounding the royal family over at least the last 25 years, other than the death of Princess Diana, which took place in 1997, which was really the only negative thing they had to talk about in relation to the royal family. And now all of a sudden we're seeing so much negative publicity thrown the way of a child that isn't even a month old. Give me a break. It's making me sick. I've seen everything from the comparisons of Princess Diana to Kate Middleton. I've seen everything from the rumors of her losing the baby weight, the postpartum depression. Do we really need to be getting this in-depth with the coverage of the birth of a child who isn't even a month old? The name is probably the most positive thing that you can talk about that's happened from all of this, and there are a lot of things that I have to get off my chest in relation to the birth of this child. The coverage has been very extensive, but it's been very extensive in a negative way. If it was extensive in more a positive way, kind of like how the wedding was received a little over a year ago and the honeymoon coverage was received so positively, then I wouldn't have an issue with it. My issue lies with how the media and the entertainment world has been constantly shoving it down our throats. Long before it ever happened, we were hearing about it. We were hearing so many rumors, and now the rumors have turned into just gossip and conversation on social media. And if you're a son of a bitch sitting behind your computer contributing to the conversation on Facebook and Twitter in a negative way more than a positive way, and aren't offering your congratulations like a lot of people have done, not knocking you guys, but if you're doing it in a negative way on your Facebook accounts and on your Twitter accounts, on your Twitter feeds, you are just as much of a son of a bitch as the critics are, who have been covering this in a very negative way. TMZ.com have been consistently shoving it in our faces, this coverage of the birth of the child of the royal family, and it's been just completely unnecessary and blown at a fucking proportion. We need to give them their privacy, which they are entitled to, and we need to give them some degree of satisfaction, so they're not going to get back to their private life. Eventually, they're going to, but I think a lot of this has to do with the novelty that surrounds the birth of this child. And one thing that really makes me sick, we should be talking about the child's weight, the child's health, and be thankful for that more than we're talking about the postpartum depression rumors, how we're comparing Kate Middleton to Princess Diana, how we're always talking about her losing the baby weight and how she'll have difficulty doing it. To me, from how the media has been covering it, she's been handling this coverage so professionally. She's been handling the coverage of the royal family ever since getting married to Prince William, understanding how she'll be in the spotlight all the time very professionally. She's handling it more professionally than other people in the royal family have done over the last 25 to 30 years. She's handling it more professionally than what Princess Diana ever would, in my opinion. She's there with a smile all the time. She's perceiving herself as a positive person. Yes, that's to be expected on camera, but I think we're seeing the everyday Kate Middleton more so than we're seeing the entertainment side of Kate Middleton. She's always been talked about so negatively. It's time to give her a bit of respect that she's really earned ever since being involved with the royal family. I mean, she understood the pressure getting involved with the royal family that she would be subjected to, and she's handled it so professionally and hasn't cracked just yet. I mean, we have seen so many negative things talked about in relation to her even before the birth of this child was made public, but I mean, she's just handling it so professionally. My hat's off to her, and I offer my congratulations to her and Prince William on the birth of the future King of England, because that's what he's going to be. He has a lot of things to follow through with, but I think he's going to handle it so professionally in years to come, and it's just going to be so much fun watching the progression of his life. Will he be subjected to so much negativity in the way of Prince William, Kate Middleton, and their mother, Princess Diana? I think that he'll see his fair share of negativity, but I think that he's going to see more positive things talked about than more negative things, and I think that he's going to learn from past family experiences when he gets old enough to understand, this is a situation, this is what I'm faced with, I have a lot to deal with, and I have to look at it from a more positive point of view than I have to a negative one. I mean, sure, everybody in their lifetime has to come through with a lot of negative publicity and has to deal with it in a different way, and we all have different ways of dealing with negative publicity, but I think he's going to see his fair share of negativity, but on the other side of the coin, he's going to see his fair share of positive publicity, and the media is going to have more positive things to talk about in relation to him than they are negative things, and I think the royal family have a lot to look forward to, as the best years of their marriage are still ahead for them. A little over a year ago, they got married. A little over a year after that, they gave birth to a child. Obviously,
This was premeditated, and of course this was pre-planned, so they knew what they were getting themselves into to have this happen so quickly. This is not a publicity stunt. This is not a way for the royal family to receive publicity, because they haven't been talked about since their marriage and their honeymoon. Kate Middleton has been receiving publicity ever since she's become involved with the royal family. I remember a scandalous news report on her a couple of months ago, ever before giving birth to this child. I don't see it as a publicity stunt, because they are always in the media spotlight. They are in the media spotlight more so over the last year and a half than any celebrity's been, and I really have a lot of respect for them for choosing a different celebrity name which isn't drastic. I mean, they could have called him anything. You take a look at Jessica Simpson's baby name she chose recently for the birth of her second child, a baby boy, and choosing a disastrous name. We have seen this happen so many times from celebrities who have chosen disastrous baby names. Beyonce